Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be previewing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Week 1 matchup versus the Dallas Cowboys. If you guys are new here, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, and let me know your thoughts about the Buccaneers Week 1 matchup versus the Cowboys in the comment section below. But for those of you who are new, whenever I make these preview videos, I just kind of talk about some of the storylines that are going on going into the upcoming Buccaneers game. So the first thing I want to talk about here is that Week 1 is here, right? NFL football is here, regular season football at that. It's been a little under 7 months since there's been NFL football played at a super competitive level. Yes, we had the preseason. I was excited about the preseason. I know a lot of you were as well, but, it doesn't count at the end of the day. I mean, it does for roster spots and things along those lines, but the record doesn't count. This is where it starts to count, and I don't care who you're a fan of. I don't care if you're a fan of the Buccaneers. I don't care if you're a fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I don't care if you're a fan of some other NFL team. The fact of the matter is that NFL football is back yet again for another season, and that's got to have everybody excited. Fantasy football, records counting, teams trying to make the playoffs, Super Bowl runs, whatever it wants to be. This is all where it starts right here with this game, and I'm absolutely pumped about it, and I know all of you are as well. So that's the first thing. Football is back, baby, and it feels oh so good. The next thing I want to talk about is the Dallas Cowboys and the very interesting circumstances they have around players coming back healthy, but then also other players who are going to be missing this game. Now, Dak Prescott is coming back. That's a cool thing, right? Even though the Buccaneers are playing the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott has overcome a lot recently with ankle injuries, shoulder injuries, and, a few other things as well. And you got to respect the guy to get on the grind and be able to come back and play some football. It's not an easy thing to do. They have had some other guys return on both sides of the football, but now they've also had some guys who are going to be out for this upcoming game. Zach Martin being the biggest name. And Ezekiel Elliott, he was bummed about it. He said, man, that's our best player that's going to be out right there. So we've talked about how much that will impact the game and certain guys who could benefit along the Buccaneers defensive side of the football. But that is one storyline that's going to be worth paying attention to. While some guys are going to be missing this game, the quarterback is back for the Cowboys, and that is going to be a big deal because he's their captain, right? He's the guy who's running that ship. Let's see how he does returning from his injuries, that being Dak Prescott, and we'll see if he can regain some of that, really good ability that he had before he got hurt last year. So pay attention to that. The third thing I want to talk about is the road to repeating for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers starts here. They are currently the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions, even though we've heard Bruce Arians come out and say, hey, look, this current team has done nothing, so basically just move on from last year. But hey, I'm not a player for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm not anything with the organization, so I can talk about this. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the defending Super Bowl champions. They are the reigning champions, and they are looking to maintain their position at the top, and that journey, that campaign, that defense all starts right here in tomorrow's game versus the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see how they do. Will there be a Super Bowl hangover? I don't think so. Or will they be able to grow to even greater heights than what they accomplished last year? And I'm not just talking about winning the Super Bowl. Of course, there's nothing more you can do in the NFL besides winning a Super Bowl, but I'm talking about efficiency, production, chemistry, all these things. Will the Tampa Bay Buccaneers be a better version of themselves than what they were last year? Logic would seem to dictate that yes, that would be the answer there, but we're just going to have to wait and see. And again, it all starts right here in tomorrow's game, so I'm very, very pumped up about that. The second to last thing I want to talk about here, guys, is will the team improve after spending more time together? I just mentioned efficiency, production, chemistry, all these other different types of things that are expected to improve with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers finally having a full offseason together with less restrictions at that, which is a very good thing in my opinion. Tom Brady has spent a year now with all of his wide receivers, Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Scotty Miller, O.J. Howard. Tom Brady actually came out recently and said that he was very excited to get O.J. Howard out there. He's spent a whole year with his offensive line, with most of his running backs, not including Giovani Bernard. So it is very, very good in terms of building chemistry. Mike Evans even came out and said that him and Tom Brady are, light years basically ahead of where they were last year in terms of building chemistry and whatnot. So there is definite reason to think that, on the offensive side of the football, things are going to improve with chemistry building, timing, all these other different types of things, the little nuances that go into offenses. The Buccaneers definitely have grown, I think, a lot in those aspects. And then on the defensive side of the football, hey, much like the offense, all of the starters are coming back. They've been with each other for a couple of years now. Joe Tryon's getting worked into the mix. Antoine Winfield Jr. is in his, second year, but Devin White, Levante David, Vita Vea, Ndamukong Suh, the cornerbacks, all these guys have been together now for this will be going into their third season, I believe, for a handful of them. Others have been together longer, but they've already developed more chemistry. So now it's just all about growing as individual players, right? Improving their techniques, improving, I guess, even more small things on, which guy is going to do which thing, and just communication and all these other different types of things that I think are going to show themselves as the Buccaneers progress throughout the season. I think that they have improved in a lot of ways that we might not even realize right now, and I'm going to be very excited to see how spending all this time together now with a full year together under their belts will help improve this team to even greater heights in terms of overall production. And then finally, guys, the last thing I want to pay attention to here is lingering injuries. Words are hard for me sometimes. Pay attention to lingering injuries, right? We've had a lot of guys get a handful of surgeries throughout this offseason. Joe Tryon, Tom Brady, Antonio Brown, a handful of other guys as well. Chris Godwin has been dealing with injuries, and I do want to say he is expected to play in this upcoming game, but Jordan Whitehead is out. All these other different types of guys have had some nagging injuries here or there, and yes, that does come with the territory 100% with lingering injuries. But let's just pay attention to how those guys are feeling in this upcoming game. The Buccaneers, if they do need to sub some guys out, if they are dealing with certain types of issues, I feel like they've got the depth at certain position groups to deal with that. But overall, you want guys to stay healthy throughout the entirety of the season. Adding that 17th game could be a very difficult situation for some of those guys who are dealing with nagging injuries, whatever it may be. So let's just make sure we pay attention to all those guys who have been coming up in the injury reports, who have been dealing with some things in the offseason, and see how they continue to heal up and progress as the season goes on, starting with this game yet again. But overall, guys, that's it. That's all I've got for this video today. What do you think about all these storylines that I talked about? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear them. What do you think the score of this game is going to be for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I talked about this in my video yesterday, predicting their record. I do think they will win with a final score of 31-21. And if I had to give a player of the game, I'm going to go with the safe pick. I'm going to say Tom Brady. I think he's just going to go out there and do some Tom Brady things and overall have a really good game commanding the offensive side of the football. But again, give me your guys' thoughts. Give me your score predictions. Give me maybe your player of the game. Give me what storylines and things you are going to be paying attention to going into this upcoming game. I'd love to hear it. But again, guys, tomorrow I'm going to be having the live game reactions live stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. I expect to see a lot of you people there so we can all watch and enjoy Buccaneers Week 1 together. I'm very much pumped about that. But anyway, guys, again, thank you so much for watching this video. Get hyped, guys. Week 1 is here. Buccaneers football is here. Again, the road to defending their Super Bowl championship starts now. It's an awesome thing, so let's just all enjoy the ride. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. And as always, I will see you in the next video or the next live stream, which again will be tomorrow. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now. See you tomorrow. Buccaneers football is here, and go Bucs.